What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE WrestleMania 35 review, the show from April 7th, 2019. And I'm sorry for the horns, that came out of nowhere, but I just gotta keep going. I gotta go with it. Let's just keep moving. Um, for WrestleMania 35, you have the brands of Raw, SmackDown, and 205 Live. And also for NXT, which we'll get to that when we get to the pre-show part of it. They're in East Rutherford, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium, with the attendance of 82,265 of WWE fans in attendance, which, by the way, fake numbers, but whatever. Basically, WWE does this whole thing where it's the shadow of New York City, because you're in New Jersey. Stupid. But under the promotion of the WWE. And there you go. There you go. WrestleMania 35. I'll get to my overall thoughts of it, but before I do, let me just talk about one thing before I get to it. And that and that is about WWE Fastlane. I realized when I did the review for WWE Fastlane about 2 months ago, I believe it's about 2 months ago. I forgot to give you my what pertains to performance of the night and moves of the night and all that. I forgot to do that for my Fastlane review at the time, so this is my way to catch up on it. The live up to what I was gonna do. It's gonna be one of the formats I'm gonna be doing where it pertains to special occasions for like a review for wrestling, for WWE or a takeover or where it pertains to Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor, New Japan, and also where it pertains to Lucha Underground, even though it'll be the one-time thing. Where it pertains to that one special occasion, which it will be about Ultimate Lucha and all that. And by the way, about those two folks, that will be coming up really soon. I just need to find the time to do it. So, but anyways, for WWE Fastlane 2019, where it pertains to my moment of the night, Shane McMahon attacking The Miz after their match, basically turning heel, by swerving us, which I thought that was the moment of the night. Entrance of the night, The Shield, where it pertains to nostalgia purpose. Move of the night, Ricochet's Tope con Hilo onto Bobby Roode over the turnbuckle to go after Bobby Roode for it, which I thought was pretty cool. I think I've seen Ricochet do it before, but just him seeing it, just him doing it, every time, it just amazes me. Finish of the night, Daniel Bryan's running knee to Mustafa Ali, catching him in midair, which I thought was move of the night right there. Finisher of the night, I meant to say, excuse me. Finish of the night. Move of the night is Ricochet's Tope con Hilo over the turnbuckle onto Bobby Roode from the outside. So finish of the night is Daniel Bryan's running knee to Mustafa Ali, catching him in midair. Performance of the night, Andrade Cien Almas. And match of the night, the triple threat match for the WWE Championship that had featured Daniel Bryan, WWE Champion, versus Kevin Owens versus Mustafa Ali. And that is the final conclusion for the one thing I forgot to do for my WWE Fastlane 2019 review. So there you go. Now let's get back to WrestleMania 35. So for WrestleMania 35, the host of WrestleMania 35, Alexa Bliss, your commentators, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Renee Young on Raw, Tom Phillips, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton on SmackDown, Vic Joseph, Nigel McGuinness, and Aiden English on 205 Live. Renee Young, Percy Watson, and I don't remember who else. Okay, it was Renee Young, Vic Joseph, and Percy Watson commentating for the Women's Battle Royal. Byron Saxton in English, and Tom Phillips commentary for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Paige was on commentary for the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Booker T was commentary for the United States Championship match. Shawn Michaels was commentating on the Triple H vs. Batista match. John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL, was commentating on the Kurt Angle vs. Baron Corbin match. Jerry the King Lawler was commentating for AJ Styles vs. Randy Orton match. And now I got the commentators out of the way. Also, you have some Spanish commentators and other international commentators. The global phenomenon commentators that WWE always try to push down everyone's throats. Ring announcers: Greg Hamilton from SmackDown and 205 Live, Mike Rowan from Raw and on the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and the returning of Lillian Garcia commentating for the Women's Battle Royal. Your only interviewer was Kayla Braxton. Your pre-show panel: Jonathan Coachman, Sam Roberts, Paige, John Bradshaw Layfield, Edge, Christian, Jerry the King Lawler, Shawn Michaels, Booker T, and David Otunga. Now they all wasn't doing it at the same time. Sometimes Paige was there and then she leaves. Edge was there and then he leaves. Christian was there and then he leaves. Jerry the King Lawler was there and then he leaves. Shawn Michaels was there and then he leaves. Booker T was there and then he leaves. There you go. So I'm assuming that the only panels, the original panels for it was Jonathan Coachman, Sam Roberts, John Bradshaw Layfield, and David Otunga. Well, I'm assuming that they were the only original panels for the pre-show. But also your other pre-show panel, for set 2 was Charlie Caruso and Pat McKeith. Now it was Pat Menefee. I don't know how you say his last name, but whatever. But he was there with Charlie Caruso for the second set for the pre-show. So, speaking of the pre-show, let's get to the pre-show, folks. The pre-show, first of all, maybe do some honorable mentions, what they did on the pre-show. They showed an episode of Ride Along, a WWE series on the WWE Network. And then they show another series from the WWE Network, WWE Chronicles, featuring Roman Reigns. And they did other things on the pre-show which I don't remember, or I probably just skipped it because I didn't care. Because also, let me get to the matches. We get the opening match of the WWE Cruiserweight Championship, Tony Nese versus the Cruiserweight Champion Buddy Murphy. The match, which lasted 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Match was good, as always, as usual. What pertains to 205 Live / Cruiserweight wrestlers, they're pretty good in match, performing in the ring. Problem is, was on the pre-show, so it don't matter. And to make matters worse, it make it not even matter even more. During the match, they were showing a commercial of the women's main eventing WrestleMania between Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. Makes you not care about this pay-per-view even more. I mean, basically not make you care about this match even more when WWE does that bullshit. It's bad enough that they had to put it on the pre-show, but they also got to show a commercial during that match. And why didn't they show it on the other matches too? Why only the cruiserweight match they had to do that shit? Because they don't care about the cruiserweights. They don't care about 205 Live. Then why even include them into the pay-per-view or the pre-show in the first place? But the match itself was good. Tony Nese ends up winning the match, which is surprising. I didn't think he was going to win, even though I chose him to win the match. But I didn't think he was going to win. But sure enough, that's what happened. Buddy Murphy, ends up losing, and your new WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Tony Nese. Good job. Problem is, no one's going to care, and that's the problem. That's the biggest issue in WWE right now. we get to the 17 women entering the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Lasted 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Your participants: Asuka, Naomi, Ember Moon returns, Lana, Kairi Sane, the Riot Squad, which is Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan, Selena Vega, Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Mickie James, Maria Kanellis, Nikki Cross, Candice LeRae, I don't know if I mentioned Kairi Sane. I think I mentioned Kairi Sane, but I'm mentioning her again. Kairi Sane and Carmella. I like Lana's Wonder Woman outfit that she wore, which I thought was pretty cool. The Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane from NXT. Candice LeRae from NXT. Mickie James going for her Native American descent of her outfit. Sonya Deville had her Rainbow Pride flag with her because she's gay. And Naomi botched her entrance, by the way. She almost screwed up her sliding, basically. Well, she kind of did, but she botched it though. But there you go. All right, but here's your order of eliminations: Maria Kanellis, Nikki Cross, Candice LeRae, Naomi, Ember Moon, Lana, Kairi Sane, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Selena Vega, Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Sonya Deville, Asuka, and Sarah Logan, which means Carmella wins the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, which means she wins the trophy, which looks like a uterus. And then this whole thing where Carmella was hiding outside the ring. Same thing they did last year with Naomi. And people wondering why we don't get anything new and fresh. And on top of that, Carmella is a weird pick to win this year's Women's Battle Royal. Whatever. It don't mean anything anyways. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder was added to the pre-show versus the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Ryder for the Raw Tag Team Championships, which was actually 13 minutes and 28 seconds. Match was good. And let me just say about the Women's Battle Royal too, by the way. I thought it was decent. But back to the tag team match now for the Raw Tag Team titles. The match was good. But coming to the match, I knew what was going to happen here. Kurt Hawkins was going to get the win. Sure enough, he did by rolling up Scott Dawson, doing the Bret Hart versus Diesel match from, I believe it was Survivor Series, where Bret Hart was playing possum. Diesel was picking him up, and then Bret Hart all of a sudden gets him into an inside cradle and gets the 3 count in the win to become the new WWF champion at the time. So in this case, Kurt Hawkins, who's a fan of Bret Hart, who basically Minigan, Minigan, basically did the exact same thing that Bret Hart did. How do you say that word, by the way? Minigan. Yeah, Minigan. Bret Hart's move when he did the Diesel, when Hawkins did it to Scott Dawson, and gets a 3 count in the win. So that's the end of the defeated streak. I was gonna say the undefeated streak, but no, I was gonna say the defeated streak of Kurt Hawkins, because now he's finally won the match since coming back to WWE. So yeah, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder are your new WWE Raw Tag Team Championships, which means the Revival are back to being the Burial. Now, credit where credit's due. Match was good. I thought it was good, but once again, the Revival are being treated like shit. Now for the 30-man Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which lasted 10 minutes and 20 seconds. And here are your participants: The B team, which is Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys. Michael Shear and Colin Jost from SNL. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. The Lucha Trash Party, which is Kalisto, Lindsay Dorado, and Grand Metalik. Soul Trash Jose. The Good Brothers, which is Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Heath Slater and Rhino. Titus O'Neil. Shelton Benjamin. EC3. Or should I say ECB, which means Ethan Carter buried. Tyler Breeze. The Ascension, which is Connor and Victor. Or should I say the Trash Ascension. Heavy Machinery, which is Otis and Tucker. Jinder Mahal. Mustafa Ali. Braun Strowman. Apollo Crews. Andrade Cien Almas. And the returning of Luke Harper. Yeah. And here are your order of eliminations. Curtis Axel, Lindsay Dorado, Tyler Breeze, EC3, Shelton Benjamin, Bo Dallas, Heath Slater, Titus O'Neil, Soul Trash Jose, Carl Henderson, Rhino, Bobby Roode, Grand Metalik, Kalisto, Chad Gable, Connor and Victor, Luke Gallows, Otis and Tucker, Jinder Mahal. Thank God, by the way, because I was getting that feeling he was gonna win, but that's not what happened. So good. Luke Harper. No. Yeah, Steph. Yeah. Mustafa Ali, Apollo Crews, Andrade Cien Almas, which by the way, he eliminated Apollo Crews and eliminated himself at the same time. Basically, WWE's way to protect him. Why couldn't he just win? Matt and Jeff Hardy at the same time. And Michael Shearer and Colin Jost, which means Braun Strowman wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which is direct call. And basically the way they did this too, Braun Strowman against the SNL guys. The SNL guys were hiding under the ring the entire time. When the match started, they left the ring and they went under the ring the entire time until the very end. Why even put them in there? Why even put them in there when they didn't do shit until the end? Braun Strowman is eliminated Michael Shearer, and then Colin and Josh had some kind of therapist guy with him in the ring. Braun Strowman takes him out, and then eliminates Colin and Josh. And the way it was done too, by the way, so there were a couple of wrestlers eliminated from the Battle Royal, like for example, Apollo Crews, Andrade, Matt and Jeff. I could swear I saw Jinder Mahal there too. I don't know, but for some reason, when they were eliminated, they was hanging around outside the ring the entire time until Colin Jost got tossed out, and he got caught by these wrestlers that were already eliminated from the Battle Royal. So yeah, Braun Strowman wins the Battle Royal, but who cares? Winning the trophy ain't gonna mean anything anyways. Winning this Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is not gonna mean anything anyways, because Braun Strowman is still not gonna be the guy. He's still not gonna be the focal point. He's still not gonna be the fans to get behind, because WWE is treating Braun Strowman like shit. He's basically treating him like bland shipment. And as far as what happened the rest of the pre-show, don't know, don't care, don't give a fuck. Let's get to WrestleMania, the main show. So we kick off WrestleMania 35, the pay-per-view, with Yolanda Adams singing "America the Beautiful." And it was beautiful, by the way. The way it was set up too and all, with background singers. I think they were choreographer. I forgot how you call them, but I thought it was good though. The singing "America the Beautiful" from Grammy Award winner. I was gonna say Oscar, or I might say Grammy Award winner, Yolanda Adams. So yeah, it was a very good job from her part. So WrestleMania 35 opens us up with some returning of Pyro. Yes, We don't get pyros for Raw anymore. We don't get pyros for SmackDown anymore. We don't even get pyros for 205 Live anymore. Not even for pay-per-views. Not even for the big pay-per-views as well. No, we get them for WrestleMania or whenever they go to either Australia, maybe if they decide to go to the United Kingdom, or and also go back to Saudi Arabia to make their blood money after what happened with the whole Washington Post journalist from those people, you know, and blah blah blah. So yeah, but the fireworks were back, and yeah, but the setting of WrestleMania, the stage and all, sucked. Oh yeah, a big screen for WrestleMania 35. Garbage. But oh my god! I mean, at this point, you might as well just turn it to that Raw set for they put WrestleMania graphics on there, you know, for the LED graphics of it. But hey, it is also this is a little different here. They have a side second entrance on the rampway. Yeah, the first entrance is from the stage, and then once you get to halfway to the ramp, there's another entrance for the wrestlers to come by. Oh yeah, that's great. A great set for WrestleMania, right? But yeah, pyros are back, fireworks and everything going off and everything, and blah blah blah. So Alexa Bliss comes out first because she is the host of WrestleMania, and she introduces Hulk Hogan, and the crowd's going wild, and you know, Hulk Hogan's like, "We're gonna tell you something, brother," and then he basically says something about, you know, in the Silver Dome or whatever, and he's like, basically he was just trolling, and he's like, he said the MetLife Center, which is the MetLife Stadium, he meant to say. He botched, but obviously. So he was worried about botching, but then he has to botch it anyways. Whatever. And he was like, "What you gonna do when WrestleMania runs wild on you, brother?" And then Hulk Hogan and Alexa Bliss doing the you know, the pose, you know, the Hulkamania pose and everything. And then Paul Heyman comes out, walking past them. Paul Heyman says that, you know, since Brock Lesnar's not gonna be in the main event, you know, we're just gonna get this match out of the way, which is, you know what, I condone that, because I didn't care about this match anyways. I didn't care if Seth Rollins wins, which he did. Well, I'll get to that. But yeah, we got this match right out of the way. Brock Lesnar comes out. He does his whole, you know, his footwork, and then power goes up. And then Silence comes by because Paul Heyman was and Brock was going to wreak havoc and chaos and everything. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that again. But Brock Lesnar comes to the ring, does his you know, his hop to the apron. Power goes up from the corners, and I think Power may go up from the stadium as well. But yeah, and then Seth Rollins had the Beast Slayer, the Beast Slayer entrance. And then the whole thing with I think at one point Pyro was running off, you know, flames for Seth Rollins, you know, because you know, burn it down. Seth Rollins comes out, he gets attacked by Brock Lesnar before the match even got in the way. Brock Lesnar kept just beat up on Seth Rollins on the outside of the ring, and then inside the ring, outside the ring, inside the ring, and then finally the match starts. Brock Lesnar you know, is taking care of Seth Rollins in the ring. And then also we get an attempt referee bumped. Referee almost got hurt basically because of an attempt referee bump. That's what happened. Brock Lesnar basically he bumped into referee. But lucky the referee didn't get hurt. Seth Rollins goes for a low blow. He goes for his 3 curse stomps and gets a 3 count in the win. Your new WWE Universal Champion Seth freaking Rollins burned it down, and I didn't care. But here's one thing I will say about this. Seth Rollins coming from the Indies to where he's at right now, being you know, at one point being WWE Champion, United States Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champions on multiple occasions, and now he is and they're also winning the Royal Rumble, winning the Money in the Bank, and yeah, and now he's your new Universal Champion, which is whatever. So So yeah, Seth Rollins is Universal Champion, and now every Monday Night on Raw it's gonna be Monday Night Rollins with him being the Universal Champion, with him being all monotone with his voice like this, because I'm Seth freaking Rollins. I am the Beast Slayer. I am the Architect. I am the King Slayer. I was once the future, but now I'm the man. I'm the legend. And we did it. Burn it down. That's Seth Rollins. And yeah. But the match lasted 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The match lasted because, forget, having the match being about, I guess, 5 to 10 minutes maybe. But at the same time, this is WrestleMania, where it's going to be a long ass show anyways, which means they're going to be shortened matches, which I thought they was going to do, and that's exactly what they did. They shortened some matches. Even in the pre-shows were matches that were short too. But yeah, that it is what it is, I guess. Because screw having a long WrestleMania wrestling match for a 6-hour show for the main show, and then we watch the pre-show 8 hours. No, let's have some segments and other things to waste time, and play video packages and everything, and blah blah blah. Well, I'll get to a few matches that were longer, which with one of them I thought it was fucking ridiculous that it ends up being longer, but yeah, there you go. Seth Rollins is new Universal Champion, and I can care less. Next we get to indie guy, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, versus WWE guy, the Viper, Randy Orton. Match itself, that's a 16 minutes and 20 seconds, which it needed to be that long, and match was good. But here's the problem, folks. For those who were watching in the stadium, they couldn't even see this match. You want to know why? Because WWE's productions, what pertains to the lighting, the lighting was blinding them that they couldn't see the fucking match. Hold on a second. Let me fix this up a little bit. There you go. And yeah, people want to complain about the indies productions not being that good. But WWE's productions was bad enough for the WWE fans watching this one match. Well, I'm pretty sure there was other matches they couldn't see either, but the one match they were complaining about the most was AJ Styles and Randy Orton. And you wondering why people were doing some chants in the crowd? That's why, because they were trying to get WWE's attention. That they couldn't, they can't see the match. They were trying to tell the WWE to turn the lights down, and the WWE did not listen. And that's a big problem with the WWE. Yeah, they make all this money. Yeah, it's the greatest productions that we ever do, and yet WWE fans tells you otherwise. When will this company learn and understand to listen to their fans? But besides that, the right guy won. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Indie guy beats a WWE guy. AJ Styles wins. Good. Match was good. I thought it was good between both guys. Is it WrestleMania caliber? Sort of. To me, sort of, but so most people it doesn't feel that way. But I'll get to one match that I thought it wasn't WrestleMania caliber. I'll get to that one when I get to it. But yeah, I'm happy that AJ Styles won. It shows he was defending this whole story about AJ Styles defending the Indies. For every wrestlers from the indie scene, that they can make it into the WWE, if they work hard and everything. And AJ Styles is one of those guys, and also what pertains to indies busting their ass out there, and showing they can perform in a way that they could do better, and than the WWE basically. So yeah, I'm glad that AJ Styles won the phenomenal one, who's an indie guy first before a WWE guy, and then you got Randy Orton, who's bred to be a WWE guy since the beginning, and never went anywhere else. Not even go to the Indies because Randy Orton's not interested to go to the Indies because let's face it, he'll never make it to the Indies anyways. But AJ Styles is one of those guys who came from the Indies and look who he's at right now. Besides pertains to going to Impact Wrestling, at the time TNA, and then being a part of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and then finally coming to WWE to basically he's going to retire in WWE, folks. Hopefully AJ Styles gets a better deal since he signed a new contract, to get more light schedules, and because he deserves it. For an indie wrestler like AJ Styles, who finally came to WWE and gained everything he got, he deserves it. And so does everyone else that comes to indies to WWE, like a Daniel Bryan, and a Seth Rollins, just to name a few. And yeah, there you go. And so yeah, a vanilla excuse me, a vanilla midget like AJ Styles beat our Randy Orton, who was bred to be a WWE guy because of where he came from, basically. And remember this, where it pertains to a vanilla midget making it to the WWE, Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. Remember that, folks, before you start talking shit about vanilla midgets. At the end of the day, they're fucking wrestlers. They were wrestlers, just like Eddie Guerrero was a wrestler. A Brian Pillman, a Owen Hart, a Macho Man Randy Savage. He wasn't a big guy, but he was a very great wrestler for his size. Moving on. Fatal 4-way tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which lasted 10 minutes and 10 seconds. The Usos defend the tag titles, which is Jimmy and Jay, versus Aleister Black and Ricochet, versus Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura, being accompanied by Lana, versus The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus. Match itself, pretty good. All 4 teams did a splendid job in this match. I can't remember if Lana got involved at one point. She may have or may not have. I don't remember, but the match was good though. And coming to the match, I expect either Rusev to lose or The Bar to lose. I don't know if they did, but the question is against who? The Usos to retain, or was it Aleister Black and Ricochet to become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions? No, the Usos won. They ended up being The Bar basically. So yeah, Usos wins and retains the SmackDown Tag Team Championship titles, which I thought was a good match. So there you go. We get the next match, which is False Count Anywhere match between Shane McMahon with his entrance of his face on the dollar sign. I'm assuming. I mean on the dollar bill. I meant to say a dollar sign. Well, I meant to say dollar bill. Shane McMahon's face on the dollar bill. I don't know if it was like $1 million bill or just a dollar bill, whatever, but basically Shane McMahon is on the money bill. So his face, and then the Miz does his entrance. Nothing special about the entrance, other than Miz look at the what did he call himself when it pertains to mastering him his something. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember, but it was funny though. The way it was said too. But yeah. So yeah, this match happens. Shane McMahon, The Miz, False Count Anywhere match, while the Miz's dad, George Mizanin, at ringside. Basically front row. So match happens. Match is sort of pretty decent. And then all of a sudden, Shane McMahon's gonna take out The Miz, and then George Mizanin gets involved. Shane McMahon was laughing off because he's a joke and everything. Mike Mizanin was putting his dukes up. Shane McMahon was showing him, no, this is not how you do it. This is how you do it. And then Shane McMahon was, he's like, he's going to find him and everything. And then all of a sudden, he's like, nah, forget it. And then he attacks him. Shane McMahon attacks George Mizanin, which I thought was funny. And then this just pisses off the Miz. So the Miz goes charging right to Shane McMahon, beats him up and everything. They start fighting through the crowd. They start going, being up all over the place. Basically they couldn't go backstage, but still. But they could have done that though. But still, hold on, folks. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, they were fighting into the crowd. All of a sudden they get to a 15-foot camera stage that they were coming up to, and basically Shane McMahon gets superplexed by the Miz off of that platform by the Miz. Do the basically the padding thing that they had there, and Shane McMahon was on top of the Miz, and the referee goes for the count, and winner Shane McMahon, which that shocked the hell out of me, and I wasn't mad at it. Even though I picked the Miz to win, because I thought it was the right thing for the Miz to win, but the Miz lost, and I think based on that they're going to continue on with the feud, which I'm assuming that's what they're gonna do. I don't think it's gonna be a one-off thing. Maybe it is, maybe it won't be, but who knows? We'll see. But yeah, Shane McMahon wins the match. Basically, the Miz was his own demise for trying to take out Shane McMahon, but also took himself out while Shane McMahon was his arms on top of the Miz, going for the cover to get the win. So yeah, the match itself I thought was pretty good. I thought it was worth a WrestleMania spot. So I'm kind of glad it was. Then we get to the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. That's at 10 minutes and 45 seconds. You have the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. They got a new voiceover for the entrance. It starts for the intro. It starts off by saying "Iconic," and then it goes back to their theme. Versus the Boston Hug Connection, Sasha Banks and Bayley, who are the tag team champions. Versus Nia Jax and Tamina. Nia Jax, ha. Nia Jax, ha. Nia Jax, ha. You heard me. Shout to the Leukemia, by the way. But yeah, the slaughter, the Simone Slaughterhouse, I believe that's what they call it, whatever. And versus Becky and Natalya, the Divas of Doom, and then Bret Hart came out with them. Not to go down the ring with them, but he on stage basically. Speaking of Bret Hart, we did have the Hall of Famers coming out there on the stage. I forgot when they did it though, but I'm trying to remember when exactly they came out. I'm assuming it was before the False Count Anywhere match between Shane McMahon and The Miz, where they came out and they waved to the fans. That's the thing to do with all the Hall of Famers, for the class of 2019, like the Honky Tonk Man, Bruce the Barber Beefcake, Sue, Sue Atkinson, or Sue Aitchison, Natalya and Bret Hart, basically Natalya representing from Jim D'Anville Neidhart, the late great Jim D'Anville Neidhart, the Hart Foundation. Booker T and Stevie Ray, Harlem Heat, Sucker. Tori Wilson. And finally, the Generation X, the Road Dogg, Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws, X-Pac, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. And then they show a picture of China on the screen. Anyway, there you go. That was basically it. But yeah, Bret Hart came out there. He basically was leading the Divas of Doom down there. He didn't go down there with them, like I said. So the match. How was the match? I thought it was decent. It was not that bad. I thought all the 4 tag teams in this match were pretty good. Based on how they perform. Even Billie Kay to a degree. I said before, Billie Kay is not that good. She's garbage and everything. But there are times that she was okay, and this was one of those times that I thought she was okay. But you gotta love Renee Young saying, "Come on." Renee Young kept saying "come on" in this match. I think about 3 times she said "come on," or 2 times. I'm assuming she said "come on" later on from the one match I'll get to later. But but Renee Young was cracking me up by saying "come on." I guess it's "come on mania" for Renee Young. But yeah, in the end, so Becky was going for her fish move to Bayley off the top rope, the glam slam, with Billy Kay tagging onto, basically I'm making a blind tag to get into the match by tagging Beth Phoenix out of the match basically, and then Peyton Royce gets Beth Phoenix out of there, and then Billy Kay goes to capitalize on Billy Kay on Bayley to pin her basically. She took the finisher, and Billy Kay gets the 3 count in the win. So yeah, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, the Iconics, are your winners and new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, which I predicted they would. That was their my pick to win, and I'm glad they won. I was happy for them. Good for them. Awesome. Sasha Banks and Bayley. Let's just face it, folks. They were not booked strongly to be women's tag team champions when they first won it. Now when they first won it, they were promised to give them a strong run, but they never did. If you've seen on TV and you see how they were presented, you know they were not presented strongly as women's tag team champions, and that's not their fault. It's WWE's fault. But hopefully over the Iconics, with them being a true tag team, they will. So there you go. So yeah, it was a harmful match though. So there you go. All right. I do need to mention one thing though. Beth Phoenix in the title where you're doing the Heart Foundation jacket entrance and all that basically, Bayley's whackable inflatable thingies messed up at one point. Billy Kay's entrance, she was basically looking like Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. And now we get to the WWE Championship. It lasted 23 minutes and 45 seconds. It was Kofi Kingston, New Day Kofi Kingston, not SOS Kofi Kingston, but New Day Kofi Kingston, being accompanied by Big E and Xavier Woods versus WWE Champion Daniel Bryan, being accompanied by Rollins. Match itself, what pertains to Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan of their performance, damn good match. This was WrestleMania caliber type of match, except for one thing. Kofi Kingston needs to scrap that high jump double foot stomp, because he's gonna hurt someone one day with that. He's not that he's a high flyer and everything. He's a very good high flyer, but when it pertains to doing that move, he's not good at it. Trevor Lee, on the other hand, he is good with it. Kofi Kingston, not good. So he needs to scrap that. There was some interference going on from Rowan, and then Big E and Xavier Woods took care of that. Basically you could say some commotions going on. So Daniel Bryan, I think at one point hit the running knee to Kofi Kingston, but Kofi Kingston kicked out of it. So they're having a great match here, and then in the end, Kofi Kingston goes for the Throne in Paradise with Daniel Bryan and gets a 3 count in the win, and your winner and new WWE Champion, the first African-born WWE Champion, Kofi Kingston. And when that happened, folks, I kid you now, I shed tears, because I can't believe that Kofi Kingston, they went. I can't believe WWE went with Kofi Kingston, a black wrestler. For a long time, we never had a black wrestler. I guess you could say The Rock. Some people would say The Rock, but for a long time, a black wrestler who's never been WWE champion until we get to Kofi Kingston. And it was a good moment for Kofi Kingston being WWE champion, for being a first African wrestler to be WWE champion, and having his family there at ringside. And then having his brothers there, Big E and Xavier Woods, of the New Day being there to celebrate with him. and they go to the belt. They got rid of the hip belt, and they brought out the WWE Championship belt. That was there. Um, and yeah, Kofi Kingston is WWE champion, and I'm happy for Kofi Kingston. But let's see where it goes from here, with him being WWE champion. Is he still gonna be in New Day? Is he gonna be branch on his own? We have to wait and see. But for now, it was a cool moment for Kofi Kingston, a proud moment for Kofi Kingston, a great moment for Kofi Kingston. It was just a WrestleMania moment, as to say the least, as well. Kofi Kingston has done it, and it was a great match. I thought this was the best match of the night, and we still got more to we got more WrestleManias to go for this, and that match should have been the main event. But I'll get to why that should have been the main event. But yeah, I thought that was a great moment for Kofi Kingston. Coming from a guy who used to be a fan of Kofi Kingston since day one. But ever since the whole New Day thing, acting like a pussy puss and everything, the pancakes, the bootios, and all that garbage, I stopped being a fan of it. But for that one night, I became a fan of Kofi Kingston, and I thought that was a great moment, a great WrestleMania moment for Kofi Kingston being WWE champion, and WWE finally let him be the guy to be the champion. Now let's see where it goes from here. We'll see where it goes from there. We get. Hold on a second, before we move on, folks. I think I skipped something. Okay, no, that didn't come yet. Okay. We get Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe defends his WWE United States Championship. Samoa Joe defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. in 1 minute. I understand why. Rey Mysterio Jr. He was injured since Raw at the Raw of the home show for WrestleMania 35. In the match against Baron Corbin. I'm not blaming Baron Corbin. It was just injury that just happened. From his ankle, by the way, from Mysterio's ankle. So I understand why they had to shorten the match. But Mysterio looked fine though. But it had to shorten the match because of his injury. That's fine. But Samoa Joe, his first WrestleMania, he wins in 1 minute. Hopefully next year he'll have longer than a 1 minute match, and he's gonna win that one too, by the way. So yeah, I'm glad that he won his first WrestleMania. Good, but what cost? 1 minute, whatever. And to be honest with you folks, it shouldn't be a WrestleMania match anyways. And Samoa Joe's, I guess you could say with Samoa Joe being United States champion, I guess you could say with him being United States champion, he has to be at WrestleMania to defend the title. So I guess there's a positive way for that to say it. So, then we get to Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre, and the match lasted 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Roman Reigns did his entrance, with the whole I'm gonna cock that fist and make it rain up in this bitch, and the power goes off. So the match happens. I couldn't get into it, folks. I'm sorry, folks. Yes, I know Roman Reigns defeated cancer, leukemia and everything. But what does that got to do with him entertaining me? What does that got to do with Roman Reigns, the wrestler? Joe, that's Roman Reigns' real name. Joe, NOI. Yeah, that's how I say his last name. Joe NOI defeated leukemia, which is good. He put it back in remission, but now he's back as Roman Reigns. It was nice while it lasted with him getting the babyface reaction, the huge pop and everything, which it was well deserved for him. But now it's dead. It died out. And then W's way to try to get Roman Reigns over is by using he beat leukemia. He defeated leukemia. He went through leukemia and blah blah blah. Sorry about the sirens, but as I was saying, Roman Reigns, Joe NOI, he defeated leukemia. That's great. I'm glad he beat leukemia. I'm glad he's doing okay. I'm glad he's doing healthy. He's wealthy. I'm glad he's in the best condition he's ever been. But as far as the Roman Reigns character as a wrestler and everything, Other than the whole Shield thing, which I did praise Roman Reigns of the Shield thing from Fastlane, but other than that, as a singles wrestler, still not a fan. Still don't entertain me. Still can't get behind. Still can't get on that bandwagon because Roman Reigns is just a bland wrestler. I mean, he's more horrible in the ring than Baron Corbin. I'll say that. But Roman Reigns, to me, doesn't appeal to me as a singles wrestler. I even explained it back when I once did a review for SummerSlam back in 2014, where Roman Reigns had a match against Randy Orton, and Randy Orton carried the match, and Roman Reigns didn't look that good. I'm not saying he was terrible. I didn't say it was bad. I'm just saying he didn't look that good. He didn't it was nothing gelling with me to get behind Roman Reigns as to be a Roman Reigns fan. So yeah, Roman Reigns going up against Drew McIntyre in this match. There's nothing. There's nothing. And as far as this match was not that good. I'm sorry for some people that might say otherwise, but this match was not that good. I seen Drew McIntyre had good matches with other people, and I thought Roman Reigns was gonna be. I thought this was gonna be a good match, but I didn't see that. It was just a bland match out of these two. And then in the end, Roman Reigns, he goes for his offense, his comeback offense. He goes for a Superman punch. He goes for his spear, and gets the win. One spear, and he beats Drew McIntyre. He just speared him. That's it. Drew McIntyre then tried to attempt to reverse it, or you try to go for the Claymore kick to counter it. No, he just took the spear, and 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns wins. And by the way, the fans were not behind Roman Reigns either. I'm pretty sure there was some fans that were behind Roman Reigns, but not everyone in WrestleMania was behind Roman Reigns, because fans do not appeal to this guy. It is not a knock of him. It's the way the WWE is presenting him. WWE is already fucking up with him. And that's what we've been trying to tell the fans of Roman Reigns. The fans of Roman Reigns. It's not personal. We want to like the guy. But WWE is not giving us a reason why we should like this guy. Give us a reason why we get behind him. Give us a reason. Show us why we should be a fan of Roman Reigns. There's nothing. He doesn't appeal to us. He doesn't entertain us. He doesn't make us go, whoa, that was great. Oh my god, that was amazing. That was a kick-ass match of Roman Reigns. Sure, there may have been at one point he did, but at the same time, what have you done for me lately, Roman Reigns? Good that you beat leukemia. Glad you're back. But to me, it was too soon for Roman Reigns to come back. Too soon. I'm pretty sure Roman Reigns was happy that he wanted to come back. That he put it back in remission. But to me, and to everyone else feeling this way, it was too soon for him to come back. There was no need for him to rush back just to get a WrestleMania payday. He could have taken his time. Maybe he could have came back after WrestleMania. But no, he decided he wanted to come back. He wants to come back before WrestleMania. And look what happened. The love that he once got died down. So again, it's not impersonal, folks. It's just the truth. And there you go. There's nothing else I want to say about that. So yeah, Roman Reigns won the match against Drew McIntyre, and to me, it didn't feel like a WrestleMania match. It didn't feel like it was WrestleMania. It felt like it was a regular Monday Night Raw match. And that's just how I feel. And I think it was one of the matches that Renee Young said, "Come on." Either she said "come on" 3 times during the women's tag team match, or "come on" one time in the match with Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. I'm assuming. I don't remember or not, but anyways. Come on Mania for Renee Young. We get Elias coming out to do his WrestleMania concert. They first show him playing the drums and then the piano, and then they show him in the stage. Basically on the Timertron, the video. It was pre-recorded. So basically they did 2 Elias in the same room, and then we see Elias in the ring playing his guitar, doing his performance, and then someone's interrupting him. there was a video on the Timetron of Babe Ruth calling for the home run. And I said to myself, what is this? Like who could possibly interrupt this guy that basically that makes us think about Babe Ruth. And then sure enough, I heard the music of basic the music of basic thugonomics from the doctor of fraudonomics, the fuckboy buckethead, the shit factor of professional wrestling, John Cena, the fake rapper, the phony rapper. He comes out with his 2003 gear, his nostalgia character, his old character, the doctor of fraudonomics. He's wearing jersey, jersey colors, of the Yankees basically. And I'm saying to myself, get the fuck out here with this bullshit. He is not the Babe Ruth of wrestling. Get the fuck out here with that bullshit. So John Cena comes out there. He cuts a freestyle battle rap, whatever to Elias. And he says something about that he turned heel on Elias. And some people thought that that John Cena turned heel. No, dumbasses, that was a figure of speech. So yeah. By the way, folks, I didn't watch it. I didn't care for this. Fuck John Cena. Fuck his character back in 2003 because that's him being fucking fake. He never grew up in the hood. He never grew up in the fucking projects. He was not a thug or a gangster. He grew up a nice neighborhood home with a wealthy family that listened to rap and watched wrestling when he was young, when he was a kid. And he never wanted to grow. When he grew up, he didn't want to be a wrestler. He wanted to be a bodybuilder, which he failed at that one. And some people say, "Oh, well, he succeeded in WWE." No, the reason why he succeeded in WWE is because WWE pushed him because he's jacked and everything, and not because he has some in-ring talent. He's garbage. He's a sucky wrestler. He's a sucky character. What pertains to his portraying to be a rapper, a thug. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. John Cena is phony as it comes. And the fact that I had John Cena interrupt Elias. So you had John Cena come out there to interrupt Elias. But you won't have John Cena wrestle against Kurt Angle. But instead we get Kurt Angle versus Baron fucking Corbin. Boring ass Baron Corbin. Next match. No holds barred match. If Triple H loses, then his career is over as an in-ring competitor. This match lasts, between Triple H versus Batista. Batista has entrance, with him coming out of a vehicle with his entourage of securities. Batista was coming out there, he's acting up pissed off, whatever. Goes to his door. It was weird. He was acting all weird in his entrance, and then he does the entrance into the ring, and he trips. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, it was fun. It was funny. Sorry, folks. I thought someone was at the door. So, as I was saying, Batista he tripped by getting into the ring. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, I thought it was funny. And then Batista went to do his entrance again. He basically left the ring, go around the ring, and basically and he also taunted Shawn Michaels, by the way. And then he does entrance again in the ring, and then okay, that's better now. But wow, that was weird. And then Triple H's entrance. His entrance, basically on the Timetron, they show something about a desert, and I'm assuming they was doing something like a Max Fury type of entrance for Triple H, and the Triple H comes out but someone was riding him down with some kind of two-wheel motorcycle, whatever, I don't know. Triple H was behind them, saying behind them and everything. Why Triple H always gets a cool entrance? Why Triple H only Triple H gets the cool entrance, and everyone else's entrance is is baloney. Oh, by remember Mr. Junior's his outfit. I don't know how to describe that. I don't know how to describe that outfit he was wearing. I don't know if he was trying to betray someone. I couldn't find out who he was trying to betray with his outfit. But I thought that was a weird outfit that Mr. Junior was wearing though. But whatever. Anyways, so we get to the match. The match, and that's 24 minutes and 45 seconds, and it was boring as fuck. So I mean, they did some cool spots in the match. I'll give them that. They did some cool spots in the match, but in the match, Triple H was treating Batista like a bitch. Basically, Batista was Triple H's bitch in this match because Batista was getting tortured by Triple H with some pliers for his fingers to get crushed, whatever. And then with the whole nose ring that Batista was wearing, and Triple H got pliers, whatever, to pull it out. And I say to myself, so the nose ring is bothering you that much, Triple H, that you had to do something about that. Because remember, Triple H once pointed out Batista wearing our nose ring. Like, who cares? So yeah, Triple H was annoyed that the whole nose ring was bothering him that much, and he had to do something about that. So he took it off. He pulled the nose ring, which by the way, you could see the nose ring. You could take it off. So and they try to make it look like Batista's nose ring was closed, connected and all that. No, it wasn't. You could see, you could blatantly see it. That you could easily just take it off. But no. But we had the spread of disbelief to Batista already got hurt from that. So yeah, they used broadcast table spots, which one of them didn't collapse, which I thought was funny. They used chairs, they used sledgehammers, they used steel steps, they used all the weapons, and it was dragging on too long. Why I didn't care. I was on my phone. I mean, again, they did some cool spots. Like a DT, a spear through a broadcast table, which was by Triple H. I can't remember. I think it was Triple H who did a DT to Triple H, and then Triple H took a spike version of it. I thought that was cool. Batista he didn't botch his Batista bomb, which is good. I thought he was gonna botch it, but he good based on what he did earlier when he entered the ring. Yeah, I was worried for that. I was worried, but he did pretty good though. But Triple H kicked out. Triple H gets for a pay-per-view to Batista. Batista kicks out. Ric Flair comes out of nowhere, hands the sledgehammer to Triple H. Batista had a sledgehammer of his own, and Ric Flair shows himself to Batista, and Batista was yelling at Ric Flair. And Triple H gets him the sledgehammer, and then gets him the pedigree. 1, 2, 3. Predictable. Triple H wins. What a shocker, right? What a shocker. Even though, for those who listen to Batista's interviews, that Batista wants to pull over Triple H in his last match at WrestleMania. Like I said, there was no need for that stipulation to be on the line where Triple H's career is on the line. Because we already know that Batista wanted to come back for one more match against Triple H to put him over before he retires. So whatever. The match was boring, but it wasn't a bad match, but the problem was it ran too long. And that was a problem. It ain't like from 2005 where you guys were in the primes and they were going at each other, and it was fast paced at the time. This version right now with them out of their primes, it dragged on too long. It was boring. Again, cool spots in the match, but just didn't care about the match at all. And then why even have the match? There was no point. But whatever. I can't remember when the segment happened between Alexa Bliss and the SNL guys, but I'm assuming it happened. I think it happened before the Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre match, where you had the SNL guys, being all treated backstage, after getting the beating from Braun Strowman from the pre-show. Whatever. Alexa Bliss was there and apologized to them because they're supposed to be co-sponsors for WrestleMania, but they can't they can fulfill that promise because they got hurt from the Battle Royal, whatever. So then Scott Hall and Kevin Nash showed up as doctors, and they was gonna do, and they had the rubber gloves on and do the examine whatever. I can't remember what it was, but I like whatever. I guess it was supposed to be funny. Boring Corbin versus Kurt Angle and Kurt Angle's farewell match at WrestleMania. 6 minutes and 5 seconds, folks. But Kurt Angle, he came out with his Team Angle hoodie. Kurt Angle has one glove on. Kurt Angle did his pyro thing for doing this, shoo, 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 dun, 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 and the crowd are trying to use stuff to Kurt Angle. So the match happens. It sucked. And this is why Kurt Angle should not be wrestling against someone like a Baron Corbin, because Boring Corbin, fucking sucks. But I do appreciate Kurt Angle doing the moonsault though. But in the end, at the end of the day, the end of days to Kurt Angle by Baron Corbin, and Corbin gets the win. Boring Corbin gets the win. So again, you had John Cena on your show, who interrupts Elias. You could have John Cena versus Kurt Angle this whole entire time for WrestleMania. I will not go with John Cena, but at least it's what the fans wanted. Because I don't understand why you don't want John Cena, anyways. After all the years that John Cena has been burying our favorites. But you couldn't use John Cena against Kurt Angle, but you use Boring Corbin versus Kurt Angle, and he wins. Garbage. After the match, Kurt Angle says his farewell, and he says one more time, "You suck, you suck." I'm like, no, WWE sucks. Just like Baron Corbin sucks. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one thing, folks. I think it was either before the AJ Styles and Randy Orton match, or the fatal 4-way match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Lacey Evans came out there to do her walk. Sorry about that, folks. Lacey Evans went out there to do her walk on stage, basically. They can't have her go down the ramp and then go back up there. It'll just take too long. So I'm assuming it was either before the AJ Styles and Randy Orton match, or before the Usos, their SmackDown Championship match. Sorry about that, folks. I was waiting for the motorcycles to pass by. Oh my god. But anyways, so Lacey Evans did her entrance on the stage, walking, and then went back. Lucky she didn't come back out there again, folks, because I guarantee you, if they haven't got there again, she probably would came out from the second entrance from the rampway, halfway of the rampway, to do her gimmick walk again, her troll walk again. But that was Lacey Evans' moment at WrestleMania, her troll walk, the whole act like a lady, because she's the lady. Which, by the way, now they call her by the sexy Southern Belle. So there you go. Now we get to the WWE Intercontinental Championship. It lasted 4 minutes and 5 seconds. The Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley, being accompanied by Leo Rush. Bobby Lashley had eye contacts, and I think he may have pyros. I can't remember if he had pyro or not, but I don't know if he did or not. But hey, he had eye contacts, right? Two eye contacts. And then we get the Demon, Finn Balor. He comes out with his demon paint. and his demon cape, and his demon skirt, and his demon, hair stringy thingy, whatever. And he's doing this. That's him being a demon. He kept doing it in the match too, by the way, every time. And he did have pyros for his I think when he started doing this. But yeah, we finally get the demon Finn Balor at WrestleMania. We could have got it last year, but instead we had to have him do the Battle Club for Everyone Pride color to support the LGBT. Whatever. But anyways, it was good though. It was good that we got the Demon Finn Balor at WrestleMania. Match itself, it was alright. Finn Balor does the Bobby Lashley. He did a spear to Finn Balor. Out of the ring basically. I thought it was cool. Bobby Lashley, he's a beast. Leo Rush got involved a little bit, but at the same time he was scared of Demon Finn Balor going. And then we get to Finn Balor uses his demon powers to powerbomb Bobby Lashley, and then he goes for the coup de grace. 3 count in the win. Predictable winner, new Intercontinental champion with his the ego, his alter ego, the demon Finn Balor. So Finn Balor is your new Intercontinental champion twice. So there you go. And before we get to the main event for WrestleMania 35, we get Alexa Bliss coming out there to announce that the attendance record, which is a fake number by the way. I don't know what the real number is yet, but it's basically what the turnouts on TV is 82,265 WWE fans in attendance. Which I figure out, folks, what WWE does, what pertains to in case if they don't get the tickets set out for WrestleMania 35. But in a way, it's WrestleMania, so either way, tickets should be sold out either way. But my best friend was there. My best friend's his future wife was there. My other friend, who's my coworker, for my job, was there. I don't know if my other best friends were there too or not, but anyways, we had some WWE staff members that work backstage, and and they end up being on there to being some of the rules on that, basically plant fans that works for the company. How I know about that? Because I watched the WWE Network on a couple of series like W24 or probably WWE Chronicles. Either way, I know because I see the familiar faces in the crowds that saw on backstage when WWE is on doing the TV their network series. That's how I know. Brock Lesnar guy, I'm pretty sure he works for them. The Bailey guy, he works for them. I seen him. Other ones, even ones that goes to NXT, I know they work for behind the scenes for WWE as well, because I always see them every time. The familiar faces of all these fans. I'm pretty sure WWE sign guy works for them too. And also, what pertains to the wrestlers from NXT, they end up getting their seats and everything. And then on top of that, with I'm pretty sure with with Nakamura's fans from New Japan for wrestling, he gets some he gets some tickets to go to the show as well. Just like last year. But yeah, there you go, folks. That's how you do it too. Even if they don't get those many people in there, they still gonna give you the fake numbers, the fake number of the attendant records. So whatever. So yeah, let's announce that, and then we get to R-Truth and Carmella coming out there to do their 7-second dance break, which lasted more than 7 seconds. And I say to myself, people are tired. It's almost gonna be midnight, and you're wasting time. At this point, WWE is just trolling on the fans, that were there. Stop with this bullshit. Now we get to the main event. Winner take all triple threat match for both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship. It lasted 21 minutes and 30 seconds. We have Charlotte Flair's entrance coming from the helicopter, which was pre-taped. And yeah, she was in her wrestling gear. She was presenting her robe as the helicopter landed. And basically also there was a red carpet rolled out for her too. Wow, the irony, right? So let me get to the next entrance. Now here's the thing. Charlotte Flair, when she came when they showed the helicopter entrance, that was not there was no helicopter above the stadium. She didn't make her entrance yet. Basically, because again it was pre-taped. So then Ronda Rousey gets her entrance, but her entrance was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I think that's the band's name with Joan Hart. Basically singing "Bad Reputation." Maybe double check, folks, before I talk about this. I mean, maybe give her this too, by the way. Yeah, the Blackhearts. Okay, there you go. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts were performing "Bad Reputations" for Ronda Rousey's entrance, who is the Raw Women's Champion. And then I think Charlotte Flair came out next, who's the SmackDown Women's Champion, with a robe, and then they gave her the pyros and everything. And then Becky Lynch comes out, with the big Titantron, says the man. And then Becky Lynch, remember her smoke pyros, the smoke that she always gets. She got that back. And yeah, so we get to the match. Match itself, I thought it was decent. And what being said, folks, that should not have been the main event match. And not just because of the bad booking when they first did when they first built up on this match for the women's for the first time ever main event WrestleMania. The match was not the match just didn't live up to the main event caliber for WrestleMania, which is why Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston should have been the main event of WrestleMania, where it could be a bigger moment for Kofi Kingston for being WWE champion, to be the first African-born to be WWE champion, instead of this, of the women's main event WrestleMania. It didn't live up to the hype. It didn't live up to being a great match. It didn't live up to being a good match. I thought it was decent. I thought it was or at best at least solid. And the reason why I said that is because Charlotte Flair was botching, Ronda Rousey was botching, Becky Lynch at one point looked like a deer in headlights. They went for a table spot for Charlotte Flair at the tail end of the match, but Charlotte Flair didn't go through it. It was a botch right there. Because whenever Charlotte Flair is involved with tables, she always botch. It always a botch moment for Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair botched her natural selections on both Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey kept botching her high knee. It was a botch fest, folks. This women's main event for WrestleMania was a botch fest. This is the one time they had to show us that why women should be main event WrestleMania, and why they should continue to main event WrestleMania for the next years to come. And this one, it didn't show me. It did not show me. Now I give them credit where credit's due. I give them the benefit of the doubt. I thought it was a solid match, but it wasn't main event caliber for WrestleMania. It was not. It was not meant for a main event material for WrestleMania, unfortunately. So, in the end, besides the botches and everything, I thought they pulled the match pretty well, to say the least. So in the end, Ronda Rousey was going for her. She's going for the Piper's Pit. Becky Lynch counters into the crucifix pin, and one Rousey's shoulder was up, but the referee couldn't see that though, and basically I try to remember when it was down at first, and then maybe around 2 it was up a little bit, and then it was back down. Maybe Ronda Rousey was botching a little bit for that for some reason. I don't know, but basically it was a botch pin right there. But Becky Lynch gets the win. I was shocked, Bobby folks, when Becky Lynch got the win over Ronda Rousey, because I thought it was gonna be Charlotte Flair taking the loss here, but instead Ronda Rousey took the honors of losing. She agreed to lose to Becky Lynch. Now she didn't want to tap out to Becky Lynch, but she did agree to lose to Becky Lynch by pinfall. So that's the end of Ronda Rousey's undefeated streak that lasted 1 year. And Becky Lynch is your winner and new Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, winner take all, which it was good. I'm glad Becky Lynch won. She got her moment, which it was the right thing to do, because if she didn't win, then WrestleMania will burn down to the ground. And I'm not talking about Seth Rollins burned it down. I'm talking about fans are rioting by burning WrestleMania down to the ground. MetLife Stadium. Becky Lynch, the man, right? The man. The baddest woman on the planet versus the queen versus the man. Advertised for WrestleMania 35 main event. It fell flat, but match itself I thought was solid. But it did not belong in the main event spot. But that being said, Becky Lynch is the winner. Right call there. Good call there. Becky Lynch did it. She really did it. Now I sound like Dora the Explorer here. And then from Celebration Bobby, pyros going off everywhere. For Becky Lynch winning. It was a good moment for Becky Lynch. Yeah, she made it. And by the way, I love her outfit. By the way, her outfit reminds me of like she's a uniform of the X-Men. It's like a uniform X-Men from the movie X-Men. That's what reminds me of Becky Lynch's outfit. It just looks almost similar like the X-Men uniform, which I thought was pretty badass. So yeah, there you go, and that was WrestleMania 35, where Becky Lynch closing up WrestleMania, winning the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, winner take all. And yeah, and that's what happens when the man comes around, right? And now let's get to now here's the thing. I don't know what should be called, but to moments, entrance, performance, moves, and all that of the night, and everything, where it pertains to for my take, basically. So my moment of the night: Kofi Kingston winning the WWE Championship for being the first African-born WWE champion, and also he's a 20th Grand Slam champion. Entrance of the night: Demon Finn Balor. Finally the Demon Finn Balor shows up at WrestleMania. Move of the night: Bobby Lashley's spear to Demon Finn Balor out of the ring, which I thought that was nasty, man. Finish of the night: double Uso splash to Sheamus, by the Usos to retain their SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Which, by the way, folks, I also need to mention this too. During the match with the Fatal 4-Way SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, Cesaro had Ricochet in the giant swing or should I say the Cesaro swing, for a good minute. Meanwhile, Sheamus was giving the 10 beats of the Baron for those that kept going on an apron to stop Cesaro from doing the giant swing. Like an Aleister Black, I think a Rusev or Nakamura, and then who else tried to stop it? Basically one of the Usos. I'll try to stop it and everything. But I thought it was nice though. And the fans were into it too as well. The bar doing that. For joking purposes, performance of the night, Elias, because of playing the drums, playing the piano, and then playing the the guitar, and doing the performance and everything. And fuck John Cena. And finally, match of the night: WWE Championship between Daniel Bryan, WWE Champion, versus Kofi Kingston. So, with that all being said, what's my overall showing for this show for WWE WrestleMania 35? I thought it was a good show. My overall thoughts, good show. My overall showing for the show, I'm going to go 6.5 out of 10. It was just an average WrestleMania. And for people saying that it was the best WrestleMania over the last 10 years, bullshit. Or if you're saying this is the greatest WrestleMania of all time, bullshit. But again, that's your opinion. Not gonna tell you otherwise. But to me, how I see it, it was just an average, a good average WrestleMania. It was just another WrestleMania that just came by that I thought it was passable, a mixed bag. And there you go. And that being said, thank you all for watching. On behalf of the Stinger, the Macho Man Randy Savage, the Ultimate Warrior, the late great Eddie Guerrero, and also, two late greats too, as well as here, and the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. This was your WWE WrestleMania 35 review. It's Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. Oh, and by the way, folks, before I go, I just want to say that Renee Young said, "Come on," during John Cena's entrance when he came out as the Doctor of Pharaohnomics. So I forgot to mention that part.